So Zach, you're a high school teacher.
I am a high school teacher.
And tell me, are students the same around the world or are they different?
Students are uniquely different in the exact same way. I would say that. My students were very much high school students, but behaved very much differently than my American students. The level of quietness was disconcerting. Most of my students were so quiet, I couldn't believe it. I didn't know if they were awake sometimes. In America, Americans are very loud anyway, but my Hungarian students were diligent, I think, to a point of not understanding what I needed all the time from them, especially when we tried to do projects. It was very different. But as high school students, they were exactly like my students in America. They were kids and loved to do kid things. So,
if you were to come to Hungary again, what advice would you give anybody, a high school teacher, a professor, graduate student?
The grocery stores in the mall. That's my first word of advice. Just go to the mall and you go to the grocery store, because that was we couldn't like 2 weeks. We couldn't find the grocery store for 2 weeks. It was crazy. Be prepared for linear thinking. I think that would be as a teacher especially. Hungarians are linear thinkers. American teachers especially tend to be global thinkers, and we try to apply that in our classroom, but most of the classrooms here and most of the people I've met are very linear. So.
Okay, and you had a unique way of encouraging Hungarian students to speak English. You took them to the mall and you did something quite strange. What was that?
We did. We'd take our daily hikes and walks, and mostly we would stop and get ice cream. That was an amazing thing to do, and they were flabbergasted, I guess, that we would actually walk to the mall and get ice cream for class. That was, what are we doing? I think they felt guilty. After the third or fourth time they didn't feel so guilty, they would ask, are we going to go get ice cream today? Yeah, we're going to go get ice cream. But we would talk, we would converse. So we would also listen for people as we were walking to see if they would speak English. And then we would stop and have conversations with any English speakers.